So I think it's always fun to go over an artist when you get complete or as good as complete on their records. So today we're going to be going over an artist who I feel really passionate about, an artist who I really love. I'm going to be showing you my Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers vinyl collection.
And the sun went down as across the hill.
So hello and yes, welcome back to another video now, and as I said, today we're going to be going over my entire Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers vinyl collection. So it's a video which I'm actually really excited to make because lately I've been listening to so much Tom Petty just because I kind of went on a bit of a shopping spree and bought like all of his albums that were available on vinyl which weren't stupidly expensive. So I've been listening to him consistently lately, and actually there's only one album of his which I have yet to hear out of the ones which I have to show. But everything else I have actually heard now and I can actually comment on. So I'll just give you guys a bit of background on what ones I'm missing. I've got everything up to Into the Great Wide Open. So I have got that one. I actually managed to get that one. And I'm missing everything between that and Mojo. I have Mojo and then Hypnotic Eye to show. But everything in between them is in that really expensive price range of about £100 to £300 on some of them, so it's like I just can't justify paying that for a vinyl record. So unfortunately the plan is to wait and pray that they're going to get reissued, so hopefully that's what's going to happen. But anyway, I have everything else to show. I've got everything up to, you know, his most recent release, Hypnotic Eye, and then I have, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other albums to show, which Tom Petty is actually also performing on. So, got quite a few to show. So anyway, let's kick it off. We're going to start off with Tom Petty's debut album here. Self-titled, of course. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And it's a pretty innocent album, this, I'd say. Pretty fun, rocking album. A lot of good tracks on. Of course, my favourite would be the obvious one, American Girl. I mean, that's a fantastic song. But I also love the track Breakdown. I think that's really good. So you can see pictures here on the back of all of the members. There's Tom, and of course you've got the members of the Heartbreakers. Of course, Tom and I think it was Stan, both come from the band Mudcrutch, who got split up really early in 1967, 68, I think. So Tom had only been with one of the members of the Heartbreakers for you know, his early days, and then of course. Not sure what record label it was, but they decided to split the band Mudcrutch up. And of course Tom and one of them come on to be Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and the others just kind of got a bit forgotten. But anyway, we'll talk more about Mudcrutch later on in the video. But so here it is. My copy of this isn't brilliant, and you know, sleeve-wise, the vinyl record is actually beautiful. But you know, I found this one as a bite now, £5 with free postage. So I kind of just thought, they said the vinyl was good. I was like, I just want to hear it more than anything, so I'll take it. But the vinyl is very good condition, actually, I must say. As you can see there, really good condition. There's a couple light marks on it. See one there. But I think that's I think that's more of a fingerprint mark, to be honest, than anything. But so I actually got a really nice pressing of this one, really good. Can't complain with this. Obviously, if I find an upgrade while I'm out and about, I'll gladly take it on this album. Because as you can see, the sleeve. You know, it's got some wear. I'm not going to lie. I can't deny it. But, you know, the vinyl record plays fantastically. So I couldn't ask for anything more. It sounds beautiful, this record. And it's really just a kind of classic rock, easy listening debut album there. But a very good debut album. So there we go. There's the first one. We're off to a great start. The next one up, I got for much better prices. Well, much better condition. Price was pretty good as well. Got this for about £7. You're going to get it. And I really like the album cover on this one, actually. Really nice picture of Tom and the band there. So this album here, actually, I find it hard to single out songs with Tom Petty albums because they're all pretty consistently good, to be honest. But my favourites on here would be When the Time Comes. Too Much Ain't Enough. That's a really good one. No Second Thoughts, and Baby's a Rock and Roller. That's last track again. I'd probably say is my favourite. Let's have a look at this one. So this one's got this really nice kind of glossy finish to it. Like a lot of You got this more really in the early 70s and late 60s with album covers. Well, late 60s, really you got it throughout the 60s, I should say, and early 70s. So it's kind of cool to get a record from the late 70s with one of these kind of glossy finishes, which is nice. So, that's really cool. What we got here on the inner sleeve. Inner sleeve tight there on that one. There it is. See, a bit of creasing up there. Not sure what this is. Oh, just some information about the album on here. So that's pretty cool. Should really take the time to read that. Then here is the record again. Same record label, same design. Let's have a look at that there. And as you can see, really, really nice condition when I get it to catch the light. So that looks really nice. Slide that back in. Got to apologise if you guys can hear my annoying dog in the kitchen crying for more food. Not that she hasn't got enough. So, really good album again. Another kind of just really easy listening, classic rock, fun album from Tom. But it's the next album where, for me, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers finally kind of were like, well, hey, here we go. It's like, I think the first two albums were great. They're very good albums. But, and I don't want to sound negative, because they're great albums, as I say, but they're nothing hugely special. They're not brilliant, mind-blowing albums. Whereas I think this next album really is kind of a brilliant, brilliant album. And it kind of shows, okay, Tom Petty, yep, we've got to keep taking notice of this guy. So here he is with Damn the Torpedoes. And I just love the album cover. So cool. Such a cool picture of Tom there, I think. So, yeah, really good. And can I single out any tracks on this album? I highly doubt it. Refugee is amazing. Oh, God, I'm really just struggling. You know, it's hard to single out tracks on fantastic albums like this. You know, it's a very hard thing to do. You Tell Me, that's a great one. Oh, you know, it's just, I can't. It's such a perfect album, really. Let's have a look at this one. Can't remember whether you're getting in the sleeve with this one or not. Yep, you do. Quite a nice one, actually. Nice picture of Tom there. And then there's the back. And the record here. So yeah, really cool. Got a really nice copy on this one, actually. And all my Tom Petty stuff, apart from the last ones, I didn't really pay that much for any of them, to be honest. I got done really well in my Tom Petty collection, I must say. So, you know, fantastic record there. Absolutely brilliant. Easily in my top 5 Tom Petty albums. Great, great record there. Okay, so before we go any further, I've got to have a drink. Drinking Tropicana today. Original smooth orange juice. With bits. With bits. Try not to laugh too much when I say that. With bits. Oh, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, next one up. Now, then, to everyone outside the UK, this is going to seem weird because for some reason in the UK they changed the album cover to Hard Promises. Which seems really weird, because over here in the UK, we never really done things like that. It's you Americans who normally do that. You normally love to change album covers, especially in the 60s, with a lot of these 60s bands coming out. You know, die-hard Beatles fans, you guys know what I'm on about. Rolling Stones stuff, you know, it all got changed in America. They didn't used to do it too often here in the UK, but for Tom Petty, they thought, sure, you know, the first 3 albums, we've done them identical. But for some reason, we're going to change the 4th one. Hard Promises, pretty plain cover, and I like the photo they've used. I do like that photo, but yeah, I like the other one. I like the US one where he's in the record store or the record market or whatever it was. Kind of cool, but anyway, pretty plain album design. Again, it's really not much to it, but surprisingly, this one here also has quite a nice kind of glossy touch to it, which I think looks really nice, which not many albums got, as I said, especially going into the 80s. Barely any albums got this. So really cool. This album here, oh geez, you know, again, favourite tracks? The Criminal Kind comes to mind really quick. I really like that song. Letting You Go is good. You Can Still Change Your Mind. I really like the B-side, I'll say that. The A-side is great, though. I don't want to diminish the A-side or anything. And then, here's the inner sleeve, which I think is the same as the US pressing. Well, US, the rest of the world's pressings. And, let's turn that one up. So, yeah, pretty good on that one. Was a little bit, disappointed to find out that this was how we could get it in the UK. I'm sure there's a couple pressings from other countries floating about here in the UK, but being honest, I couldn't be bothered to track them down. I just wanted to hear these albums, you know. That was how I was thinking when I was getting these. I don't really, to be honest, when I got into collecting, especially because I was into all the Beatles stuff, I really had a passion for collecting like first pressings and stuff and originals, but now, to be honest, I just like a clean, plain copy. That'll do me. Honestly, I just want to hear the music. That's my attitude towards it all now. But anyway, the next one up, of course, is Long After Dark. Fantastic album cover here. And this album here was one of the weak ones for me. Didn't have any bad stuff on by any means. It just didn't have too many standout tracks on. It was one of the more forgettable albums, I think, from Tom's catalogue. But it's still a good album, as I say. Change of Heart's good. Finding Out, I like that one. Between Two Worlds, you know, that's pretty good. There's some good stuff on here without a doubt. But as I say, just doesn't have as many standout tracks as the past 4 albums. But really nice condition actually on this one. And what the seller also done with my copy of this, you can tell he looked after it. He's put the original inner sleeve in. Like that. He's put the record in a bag, so that's really nice. And yeah, as you can probably imagine, this one is in really good condition. And then the other side's red instead of blue. So yeah, got a really nice copy on that one. Again, maybe not my favourite Tom Petty album, but it's still definitely worth checking out. See if I can slide them in together. Can he? Can he? No, he can't. No, he can't. He failed. Okay, let's slide that back in. There we go. Slide record in. There we go. And in the blade. It's so much effort to get to a bloody record now. Done. Alright, next one. Next one. And this here, again, masterpiece. Masterpiece record. One of the best albums I've ever heard, period, I'd say. Southern accents, you know, just, you know, I'm lost for words. Fantastic, absolutely. The whole A-side, Rebel, It Ain't Nothing to Me, Don't Come Around Here No More, oh my god. Southern accents, a really nice slow song from Tom, which he doesn't do too often. He does about one an album maybe, so it's cool to see him. One of his slow songs actually be one of the highlights for me. And, you know, it's just such a great record, this really is. Fantastic. I'm not going to bother with inner sleeves anymore, because I can see the time's getting on. But that is an amazing album. Next one up, this one here actually was the first Tom Petty record I ever bought. I bought it when I was away in North East England, Yarmouth. Yeah, I was in Yarmouth. Pretty sure I was. I was in the Great Yarmouth record shop, because there's one a little bit along in Galston. But I think I was in... No, it was the Galston one. It was the Galston one. I was in the Galston record shop, which is in the town centre. And, yeah, I managed to find this. Tom Petty, Pack Up the Plantations? Yep, live. Fantastic record. Double vinyl. First gatefold Tom Petty album. Really doesn't have many gatefolds in his catalogue. Not a glossy finish there, but it does have quite a nice shiny cover. So yeah, really cool. I'll just pull out one of the records to show you guys. Sleeve on mine is battered, look at it. The record does come out. Just a bit of a stretch. It's in pretty good condition though. Slide that back in. Probably not the best album to start from Tom, but it's surprisingly in the UK, probably the most common record from Tom to find. So, yeah, definitely if you find it, pick it up though, because it's by no means a bad album. It's not the best to start with, but there's some fantastic stuff on here. You know, he covers Refugee, he does Refugee, I Need to Know, Southern Accents, Rebels, Insider, Rock Around, Shout, American Girl. So he really does cover a wide range of his best tracks there, I think. Hello. Dog's just come in. Not whining food no more? No? Go on, you can get up on the setting. Okay, so next one up is the one album from Tom which I actually haven't heard. So I can't comment on music on this one. But it's Let Me Up, I've Had Enough. And yeah, I'll definitely be playing this one pretty soon for sure. But this is a fantastic album. I love the artwork for this one. It's really cool. You've got the strips here. Each one's taken from a member of the band. Purple being Tom. You can really tell it's Tom though straight away. And you can see on the back where the strips have been taken from their faces, which is really cool. So track listing on here, it's really small. I don't even know if my camera's going to pick that up. No, it's not. But I really can't comment on this one. But it's in good condition. Let's have a look at it. So this one did have an inner sleeve, yeah. So that was really nice. Done pretty well on that one. Okay. So we're moving on to a bit more of the slightly rare Tom Petty albums now. Especially here in the UK. I know in America they're not really too hard to find Tom Petty stuff, but over here in the UK he didn't have the success as much. He was a little bit harder to find. But yeah, the remaining Tom Petty albums I show here are actually a little bit tricky to get in the UK. But anyway, next one up is of course Tom Petty's first solo album, so no Heartbreakers here. Full Moon Fever, which is a masterpiece record. Free Falling, I Won't Back Down, Running Down a Dream, I Feel a Whole Lot Better, The Apartment Song, and Zombie Zoo. Fantastic songs. So a really cool album here. Got a great copy of it. Mine's in beautiful condition, except it's got this sticker on. But I don't know, I don't mind the sticker too much. I've always kept it on. I have debated loads of times whether to try and take it off, but it's alright with me, to be honest. But yeah, you know, fantastic album produced by Jeff Lynne from the Electric Light Orchestra. So really cool, featuring appearances from George Harrison on the track I Won't Back Down, I believe. Or at least he's in the music video, I know that. So really cool there. Next one up, I was shocked to find this one for £20 on Discogs. Because it's normally goes for a lot more, but well, hey, I'll take it. Into the Great Wide Open, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. So here he is. He's back with the Heartbreakers. Also come back with Jeff Lynne on this one. So, you know, fantastic. Brilliant song. I've got his album even. But I've got to say the track Learning to Fly is one of my all-time favourite Tom Petty songs. So really cool. And I was really lucky with this album because I got a super nice condition one. So I done really well with that one. Okay, so now, as I say, missing everything between that, and then of course his comeback to reasonably priced vinyl, Mojo. And I mean, look at this cover. Look at how damn cool that is. Yeah, I just got the thumb now. But this is a fantastic record. Let me pull this one out. This is amazing. This one here could be my favourite Tom Petty album, to be honest. And it's made out of that really thick card where it's all like glued down the middle. And the vinyls are both in these super nice sleeves. There is an insert, but I won't bother pulling that out. Get a nice little bag in there to protect the record. So really, really nicely done, this one. Okay, slide that back in. So yeah, brilliant record there. Then of course, only one more album from Tom since this one. And it was quite a big album for Tom. I believe he went up for the award of Best Album of that the year, 2014. But I think that's the year Beck got it. And, you know, Beck really deserved it. So I got to say, you know, I'm pleased it went to Beck over Tom Petty than someone like, I don't know, Taylor Swift or someone like that. So I think Beck deserved it as well. But it would have been nice to see Tom get it, but unfortunately he didn't. But, you know, his first UK #1 album. And it really is a great album. But I do honestly prefer Mojo a bit. But this one is still fantastic. Absolutely love it to bits. Tom Petty's Hypnotic Eye. What an album here. I mean, you've got American Dream Plan B, Fault Lines, Red River, Forgotten Man, and You Get Me High. Fantastic tracks there, all round. Brilliant stuff. But wow, look at that. We're 20 minutes into the video, and that's it. Done all the Tom stuff. But I still got a little bit more to show you guys. So these are all other albums which Tom is on. But of course, they're not under his name. So anyway, so for you Tom Petty fans who are looking for some more Tom Petty stuff to explore, and you don't know any of these albums, I'd highly recommend them. So of course, Mudcrutch. Mudcrutch is the band which Tom Petty was in the early 60s. 1967, I believe, they went to a record label. I'm not sure which one it was off the top of my head. And they basically split them all up. They put Tom and one of the members from Mudcrutch into Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. They took off. The rest of the band did nothing. They went back to their normal lives. But what Tom did in 2007 is he got the original band back together. They made this album in 10 days. And it is a beast of an album. Beast of an album. This album here just rocks. It is amazing. Fantastic record. Get a CD with it. Double vinyl. There's Tom. There he is. Another one of them really nicely made ones where it's all binded down the middle. Favourite tracks on here. Shady Grove. Scare Easy. A Lover of Bayou. That one's good. Bootleg Flyer. House of Stone. And honestly, this is right up there with Mojo. As like, if it was classed as a Tom Petty album, easily in top 3, I reckon. Brilliant record there. Then of course we have the Travelling Wilburys, made up of Bob Dylan, Jeff Lynne, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, George Harrison. There's our man. And actually he had one of the best tracks on this album, End of the Line. So fantastic record there. Then we have the follow-up, Volume 3, little joke there by George Harrison. And blah. You know, what a disappointment this album really is. I mean, it's not a bad record. It's really not, but compared to the first one. Because the only problem is they let Dylan take all the lead vocals on here. And it's really more of a Dylan album. So, and, yeah, it's better when everyone gets a chance to sing. And they don't let Dylan dominate the album. Considering he's the one there with, well, in my opinion, of course, the worst voice. So it didn't make quite too much sense to me why they let him do all the singing. But anyway. And then here we got a bootleg called Volume 4, which is really cool because it's got a load of unreleased Wilburys stuff on. And then, oh, I've got this as well here. It's a 10-inch single to the extended version of Handle With Care. Next one up, Tom does only have one song on this album, so... But I thought I'd bring it down anyway to show you guys, as it is one of Tom Petty's most famous songs. Of course, it's on the album Belladonna, Stevie Nicks. Now, this is actually a fantastic album from Stevie Nicks. Fantastic debut from her. But, you know, she probably the biggest single on here was Edge of 17, I'd probably say, which is a fantastic track. But, of course, Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty is amazing. Amazing. Probably one of Tom's best songs, most well-known songs. And the last one up is an album from 2014, which I just loved. It's by my favourite musician, Eric Clapton. And it's Eric Clapton and Friends in appreciation of J.J. Cale, The Breeze. And J.J. Cale is a fantastic blues player. And he influenced all the musicians who play on here. So Eric Clapton, Mark Knopfler, John Mayer, Willie Nelson, Tom Petty and Don Wyatt. And, you know, when Eric basically started saying, okay, we need to get some people on board for this album, you know, who wants to come pay tribute to J.J. Cale? Tom Petty was heavily influenced by J.J. Cale's guitar playing. So Tom Petty was very quick to put his hand up and say, I want to pay some tribute here to him. But, yeah, fantastic record, double vinyl, both with really nice inner sleeves. This one here has a beautiful etching of Eric Clapton's guitar there on the side. So beautiful, beautiful pressing. But, you know, I mean, J.J. Cale is a really special artist. And Eric Clapton is my favourite artist, personally. And see Eric Clapton go up there and perform, cover his songs, and then invite some fantastic musicians down. It's brilliant. And Tom Petty actually covered these songs really well. Everyone did. This was a great tribute album. So, yeah. But anyway, that is it for the Tom Petty collection. That is everything Tom Petty I own. I know I'm missing some stuff, but that's good enough until the reissues come out for them stupidly expensive ones. But anyway, guys, I'm just seeing the timer on the video, and I see I've gone way over. I normally like to keep videos 20 minutes. 25 minutes is pushing it a bit, I think. But anyway, hey, it's an important artist, so he deserves a longer video. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget, I've got a contest going on, so if you want to get involved in that, go check out the video and get involved. You could win a record. You never know, you might want to pick Hypnotic Eye or The Breeze or something like that. So make sure you get involved and have fun with it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Catfish pie in a green bag. I'm a lover of the bayou. At your doorstep with a halfway rack. I'm the lover of the bayou. I was raised and swam with a crocodile. Snake eye taught me the mojo style.